We came to a point where we wanted to get to. We seeded these tanks and now they became colonies and they need to move to a bigger tank. And we self-sustain our own corals in Polo Reef.
So 3 new lights. This spot we have to be careful of because that's where the monkeys are. That's the exact right angle. You can swap it and then bring it out this way.
Right.
On a crazy day, coral sellers, beware. This house is almost full.
Nothing ever slows down at Polo Reef, and today, things promise to be more hectic than ever. As soon as the team arrives, they get right to work on the 2,500-gallon tank. Over the next 2 days, they'll be installing new lights to help fill in some shaded areas. This will allow Andrew and the team to add more SPS and continue to build the masterpiece reef. The plan is simple. They're going to install each light separately, then measure par right away so they can begin to understand what corals can go where.
That's peak. What do you got?
220 to 245.
With the Allies, yeah, with the Allies, what do you get? 250?
Yeah, you're right. That's the spot.
Right?
That's the
And
spot.
then I'll mount the same one here on this side, but they're not going to be running today.
But this spot we have to be careful of because that's where the monkeys are. So they need to be run separately. Yeah, that will enable you to get outdoors on the rest of that section.
Placement of coral is super important, and some coral are very light sensitive. Placing them in high par areas could result in them being burnt. Joe begins to place the first coral and quickly realizes this is going to be a big job and will require a lot of patience.
The other way, the angle. That way. A little bit, that's it. Bingo. I mean, it's not, just needs to be.
But is the frog skin good like
Yeah, just like that.
Okay, let me go.
That's the exact right angle.
With one light installed and some coral put in place, they quickly get the second light up and running, but this time they enlist the help of Andrew to measure par and dial in both lights combined. This tank, it's going to be well lit.
160. Yeah, makes a difference, no? Yeah, the lids block a lot. So it depends. I don't think we had the lids on when you checked the par the other day.
No, not.
Right.
They quickly realize that the lids are causing more shading than anticipated, so they continue to test par and dial in the new light set perfectly.
150, 120. But it's doing good.
Okay. So 3 new lights. All right, I got the program.
So I would just bring the 3 new lights up.
Just a touch, right?
Yeah, and I would do it like 10% every couple days.
Yep.
As Andrew continues to dial in the new lighting schedule and intensity, Joe and John are interrupted by an emergency in the sub-basement. They quickly head downstairs to see what's going on. What they find is not something you ever want to see at Polo Reef. Another leak.
One of the compression fittings on the chiller that holds the Freon line is leaking, so we need to get up there and snug it. But it's not in the easiest spot to get to. It's all the way back there. One, you gotta get past all this stuff. I think we should snug them all if we get up there. Not tall enough. Unless we could, no, I can reach.
Joe grabs a ladder and heads up to assess the situation. Unfortunately, the leak, it's in the worst possible spot, and it requires some flexibility on Joe's part.
Watch your back, you're gonna get caught in that kick off. Yep.
Good thing Joe's a seasoned pro. He quickly finds the issue, fixes the leak, and avoids another crisis. With one problem solved, another one arises. Yesterday, a pump stopped working, and today, Joe and John decided to tackle the problem. As they begin to strip down the pump, Jonathan has a surprise up his sleeve.
This is a crucial part. But if we have to put this thing back together, I've only had this thing for 15 years now. This sets the depth.
Where did you find this?
I made that, and it took me 4 hours yesterday to find it.
He pulls out a piece for the pump that he has had for 4 years in his shop. Today, it finally gets some use.
We can take this off, so then we can pull the motor apart and get to the bearings. There's going to be a front bearing, and
that plate that you found?
that's the jig to align the shaft.
Oh.
The shaft height. See how this,
You put it back.
when you put it, reassemble it.
They run into an issue with removing a part of the pump. So Joe, he decides to answer back with a trick of his own.
Yeah, it's enough.
Oh yeah, I told you, man.
Look at that. It slides right off. It's like I've done this before.
With the little torch, the part comes right off. Nothing like two of Polo Reef's finest sharing techniques to get the job done.
That way?
Yeah. Like that. Just like that. It's off, it's off, it's off.
And just like that, they get the job done. You show these two something broken, and they'll show you how to fix it.
So this is the pump from the 900 and an enemy tank that we replaced on Saturday. We used our spare pump, so we put new bearings in this one, and probably put a new seal in it before we put it back into service, but it's together and it should run in case of emergency until we get the seal we need.
With the leak and pump taken care of, John and Joe can head back upstairs to help finalize the new lighting.
280, 300, 350, 200, 230, 250.
After a few hours, the lights are finally dialed in and waiting for Michelle to splash down to start placing the new coral. Before Michelle arrives, Joe heads downstairs to start prepping the coral. He's selecting some of the larger colonies that have been growing in the lab tanks. These corals are absolutely beautiful.
We came to a point where we wanted to get to. You know, we seeded these tanks and now they became colonies and they need to move to a bigger tank. We're moving them to the 2500. So we replace them with other corals, higher end possibly, and actually smaller so we can grow them again. And we self-sustain our own corals in Polo Reef. You don't have to buy any more corals.
With large colonies leaving the bullpen, it clears up space for, you guessed it, even more coral. The team is expecting a shipment today, just in time for their larger pieces to head into the 2,500-gallon tank.
So when the corals get here, they're going to go into these two tanks. These will be dipped, they're going to get a quick dip, and then they're going to head into the 280.
Andrew and the team are all prepped, and Michelle arrives ready to dive. She gets geared up and briefed on today's mission.
This chalice, we could leave it there today, or we could, after you remove this green cap, put the chalice on top.
You could swap it this
That's what I
way,
mean, and
so the
shove
red
it.
is to the left part,
And shove it in there.
and then bring it out this way.
Right.
With the dive plan mapped out, Michelle is ready for her delicate dance at getting this masterpiece even more beautiful.
It would do better if it started left and angled in this one. Yeah, like that, something like that.
Like that or no?
Yeah, well, I'm just worried about light, but actually, other than that, it looks good. Actually, it looks damn good.
The coral, they keep coming, and Michelle, she keeps on dancing. Andrew is right there to help guide and fit the pieces in like a puzzle piece. It's a masterclass of teamwork at its finest.
That looks pretty good. Real good. It's not a bad look at all, actually. And then you put those other two pieces together.
As the last piece is placed, the timing couldn't be more perfect. Downstairs, the shipment of coral arrived to fill some of the empty space in the tanks.
Good, so we just got in a shipment from Worldwide Corals. We have 3 boxes that came in. We're going to go through them, and then Joe's going to get them into the 280s.
Upstairs, Andrew is finishing up and ready to come down to help the team with the new arrivals.
We have a lot of real estate, by the way.
Well, because now we're compacted
Yeah.
what we wanted.
Yeah.
When we get the rest,
I'm not sure the voodoo should stay there, but
these 4 pieces.
correct.
Might be back
You might
there
have
by
correct.
the
This might be
climber.
one big Chewbacca piece.
Right. So
Right.
now they're
Right.
fine.
Right.
All right. Now we got downstairs to do.
Worldwide, yeah. So the stairpiece. Yeah.
Now let me see what they got.
Another crazy day. Coral sellers, beware. This house is almost full.
The 2500 Masterpiece Reef is really coming together beautifully. Each new addition elevates this reef, and there's even more to come. Hit that subscribe button to stay updated on what's coming next to this beautiful tank. Back downstairs, the team starts to unbox the coral. Andrew is there to assist in deciding where the coral will go.
I'll tell you, there's one smooth skin that probably just wants really blue light.
Yeah, this guy here.
That's it. The cowboy. That could take a lot of light. This could take a lot of light. This is the same piece that we have growing in the 900. Probably can take either light.
Yeah.
Might do well. Might be. It's very blue, so it might be nice in the back or something.
Polo Reef is full of coral at the moment, and Andrew and the team, they couldn't be happier. As some corals go into one tank, more corals arrive. It's a beautiful cycle. It's been a busy couple of days. Andrew and the team practiced great patience, from installing and dialing in new lights to placing new colonies in the 2,500-gallon tank. I think it's safe to say it was worth the wait. Raising coral from a frag to a colony and watching it be placed in a display tank that took 10 years to build, it's something that we all strive for. Perfection in this hobby, it'll never be reached, but if we keep on trying and sharing our journeys with everyone, we might just get one step closer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to stay updated on everything Polo Reef. Until next time.